This, a remote valley in Moab. The great leader Moses has just taken his final breath. His people stand at the edge of the promised land, but their beloved guide will never set foot there. Why? Because God himself steps in to handle Moses' burial. But something unexpected happens. As the Lord lays Moses to rest in an unmarked grave, an unseen struggle erupts in the spiritual realm. Two powerful beings clash over the body of this humble servant. On one side stands Michael, the mighty archangel. On the other, Satan himself, the accuser of God's people. Can you imagine it? These cosmic forces locked in a heated argument over mortal remains. But why? What could be so important about Moses' body that it would draw heaven and hell into conflict? This hidden battle reveals a pattern that touches your life today. It exposes a truth so powerful, it'll change how you see your daily struggles. Jude 1:9 gives us a glimpse of this cosmic showdown. But why didn't Michael just zap Satan with heavenly lightning? And why was Satan so interested in a dead body anyway? The answers to these questions unlock a secret that Satan doesn't want you to know. A secret about your own power in spiritual battles. But to understand it, we need to look closer at Moses himself. Why was this man so special that God would bury him personally? What made his body a prize worth fighting over? And how does this ancient conflict connect to the battles you face every day? As we dig deeper, you'll discover that this isn't just a story about Moses. It's about you and a power you didn't know you had. A power that makes the enemy tremble. But to grasp it, we need to understand why Moses wasn't just any leader. He was a man who talked with God face to face, and that changed everything. Imagine speaking with God as casually as you chat with a friend. For Moses, this wasn't a dream. It was reality. The Bible tells us in Exodus 33:11,
The Lord would speak to Moses face to face, as one speaks to a friend.
this closeness to God set Moses apart from every other leader in Israel's history. But why did this incredible privilege come with such a high cost? Despite his unique bond with God, Moses made a mistake that changed everything. At a place called Meribah, when the people were thirsty and complaining, God told Moses to speak to a rock for water. Instead, Moses got angry, shouted at the people, and struck the rock twice. Water gushed out, but God wasn't pleased. Why? Because Moses didn't trust God enough to simply speak to the rock. For this act of disobedience, God told Moses he wouldn't enter the promised land. Seems harsh, doesn't it? But this moment reveals something crucial about leadership and faith. Moses wasn't just acting for himself. He was representing God to the people. When he struck the rock in anger, he misrepresented God's character. Yet, Moses remained faithful to God until the end. His body, buried by God himself, became a powerful symbol of all God's promises to Israel. But here's where things get interesting. If Moses' body was such a powerful symbol, why would God hide it? And more importantly, why would Satan want it so badly? The answer to these questions unlocks a truth about spiritual warfare that most people miss. It's a truth that explains why Michael and Satan fought over Moses' remains and why their battle matters for your life today. Are you ready to discover the hidden significance of this ancient conflict? Satan's strategy goes beyond simply tempting us to sin. He's cunning, always looking for ways to twist God's goodness into something dark. Why was Moses' body so important to him? Moses was Israel's greatest hero. He led them out of slavery and delivered the 10 Commandments. But Satan saw an opportunity